Here's the van, bush guard in the front. Don't lean any bikes against the van because it's just tin and it'll get trashed. But you can lean them against the bumper. Want to point out this little exhaust pipe here. This is the diesel heater and the hot water heater. You got to make sure that doesn't get all caked in mud and crap if you're down a muddy road, because that causes problems. Big burly tires that shouldn't get too stuck. And then coming around the back to the garage. There's the garage here. You can put bikes. Big bright LED light for if you're loading in the dark. The switches for everything are right here. You can see them on the wall. You just reach around those. The generator's tucked in. That's the big white inverter. The generator, the Honda generator's in there. And you probably need gas, but you'll have that. The cord's there. Here's the shower, as well as the hose and everything is in back here. And you know, for what you guys are doing, you're probably just going to want to shower on the ground and do that. There's a mat in there. And then proper trailer hitch with the electricity and the whole deal. You can flip it together. Okay, I'm going to show you how you do the awning. If it's too windy, you don't want to get this out, but if it's sort of nice and you're just trying to get out of the sun, take this stick out of the back, you hook it over this little hook here, and then you just start cranking. You want to make sure the sliding door is closed. Crank this thing all the way out. Make sure it keeps coming down. When it go loose, then you just back it up a little bit. Okay, come on over here, PK. You get that, PK? So these little legs slide out. You got to carefully sort of pop them out, and then they turn. Loosen the little thing here, and the legs go in here. And then you just sort of push it up until it's the height you want it. Same thing on, PK, over here. Same thing on the other side. Slide the little legs out. Loosen this. And then slide it up to where you want it. And tighten that. Once you got it that way, you can open the doors, do whatever you want, and it's no problems. Okay, so this is how you get it into sleep mode for the queen bed going lengthwise in the van. First of all, you got to get all the cushions and stuff sort of pushed off. They just lift off. You can probably edit some of this stuff. Okay, come on in here and zoom into this, PK. So these two threaded knobs that you got to loosen up. And they just come off easy pie. Don't lose the washer. They come out like that. Same thing on the other side. PK, you'll just be able to edit all this. They don't need to see.
Yeah, you make it fast motion.
Okay. So then you just lift this up, and it just sort of fits in here. And I'll throw in a foam thing here. This can be one sleeping area that way if you want. If you don't want to take this piece at all, you don't have to. Just leave it in the garage and you'll have all that space. Once you got this out, take the other cushion off. Put this in here, PK. And then these just lift up. Come on in here, PK, where you can get close up. On the bottom of these panels, you'll notice those little pins. Those bolts have to go in the holes. So they just slide in, and you just wiggle them in the hole. Okay, then we lift the other one up. Slide it forward. same kind of thing. Film the pins, the little pins, and then they go in the holes. Once that's done, the cushions can go back on. We like to put the little one in the middle. It's come more comfy. There you have it, queen bed. Okay, stop. So it actually has sleeping for a fair amount. When we're in it, Nikki and I sleep up top, and then the kids sleep crossways underneath. It's like a little bunk bed kind of a situation. We'll leave the foam pad there for that. It's only about 5'8" tall, so you can't be super tall. Here's some of the systems underneath the bed thing here. Down in here and everything, you'll find the hot water heater thingamajiggy, the pump, some battery things. Down in there, I don't know if you can just see it, but there's a valve that opens and closes the valve if you want to drain the water out when you're going down the road. To fill it, you gotta close it, of course, and that's how that works. Here's the battery power. We just normally leave it on all, and that's again on the front of it. There's towels and stuff in here. You probably brought your own. There's sheets and stuff in here, and the little cabinets, stuff like that. Here's the electrical panel. Here, PK, hold this. The little white one shows you what's going on. Back it up. Shows you what the solar's doing. This little guy comes on when the heat's on. That's part of the S-bar heat system, which I'll talk about in a second. This is the inverter. If you want to create 110 out of 12, you got to turn the inverter on, and then the display goes on, and then you'll be good. But if there's no draw, nothing will happen. You got 12-volt panels here, so the fan in the roof, the fridge, the TV stereo, which is all of that, the water heater, which is going to give you hot water and heat inside, any 12-volt outlets, and then the lights. Pretty self-explanatory. If you want 110, remember you got the inverter on, you turn the main on, and then you can pick what you need. Microwave, cabin outlets are down on the floor, galley outlets are on the end of the counter here, and also control the coffee maker. So if you want to get a coffee maker or toaster, that's galley outlets. And then fridge, you don't run on 120, you'll run the fridge on 12 volts, which is over here. And that's it for all the panels. Now turning on the hot water system, you leave all these buttons the same, the way they are, and you just turn on hot water heater. You'll hear it come on. It tells you right now it's 64 degrees in here. If you don't want to generate heat, you just turn that little fan off there to fan to 0, and the hot water and everything else will still run. So red lights all around, fan high or low. There is a thermostat under here, so you can set the temperature you want for it, and it'll turn off and on just like in your house. When you're done with it, you just flip this switch. Okay. You'll notice that this window here is covered. I don't know why it's not focused, but there you go. It's covered with the thing. These shiny silver ones here handle the windows, the windshield, and the side windows. And then rolled inside of the shiny silver one is another window covering for the other side, to give you, you know, some darkness in that one. Other than that, the rest is pretty straight ahead. You turn the key, it starts, and away you go.